Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my weekly review for this week's episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. This one's going to be for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 3, which is called Humbug's Gulch, which, spoiler warning if you have not seen the episode yet, otherwise click off right now. This episode should have been called Dwighty Boy's Return, because, yeah, we get to see Dwight's return in this episode. So this was a really cool episode for Walking Dead fans, and also just for Fear overall too. It was a really awesome episode, especially for June and John. So I definitely wanted to just to kind of start off this review, I love the episode. I think this is probably maybe the best episode of the season so far. They're really doing a good job with this season. I really feel like Season 5 has just been really just continuing on and just getting better and better. And here I thought the second half of Season 4 was going to wreck the entire season. And it almost did. I'm not going to lie. See, the second half of Season 4 with Martha really was a bad half. But these first 3 episodes of Season 5 have been really good and honestly comparable to Season 3 at times. So, really just cannot wait to start talking about this episode because this episode was absolutely amazing. So, of course, this episode concentrated a lot on John and June, and of course, they are, of course, the characters that run into Dwight in this episode. So, I really like it, and as soon as I saw a guy holding a gun when he was shooting at them and the tire busted, I knew right away. I was like, they're bringing in Dwight. They're bringing in Dwight. So, I was so excited when he finally actually popped up, especially just the part where John shoots the 2 zombies, right? Turns around, you see the gun, and then it's just like, the camera goes to him, and he's like pointing the gun at John, he's kind of shaking, so, oh man, I just love it, and he looked so terrified, too, like, you could tell that, Dwight, he's kind of going stir crazy, he's been out there for like a year looking for Sherry, and all he's found is those stupid little notes, so, really, I think you gotta admit at this point, Dwight is probably just not even sure what he's doing anymore. He's still looking for her because that's all he's really got left, to do is look for Sherry. So, I like in this episode how he kind of approaches John and June to find out about, Sherry and if they saw her or anything like that, and he's kind of freaking out at them, so of course June kind of just knocks him out. So, yeah, I like all that stuff. That was really great, and of course I like the beginning of the episode where, everybody's off in, different locations looking for Althea. Still is not in the episode yet. We have not seen Althea. But as I said in some of my videos, Althea is not going to the Rick movies. She is not going to the Rick Grimes movies. I'm trying to say that. So many people are like, she's going to go to the Rick Grimes movies and see Rick. No, she's not. She's clearly in the trailer, of course, like in one part where she's like, like running for her life, and she kind of like stops or whatever, and there's another part where she's like hugging Morgan too. So, and honestly, I'm pretty sure that that is not some kind of deleted scene. So I'm pretty sure that Althea will be seen in episode 5 or 6, or maybe not 4, but probably around episode 5 or 6 is when we're going to see Althea. So, anyway, really cool stuff. I like the group kind of all looking for her at the beginning there. John and June, of course, go into the little town, and it's kind of like, I think, I think it's like mainly a set piece for like, community theater or something. That's what I thought they said, so that's kind of cool if that is what it was. They found some guns, of course, and really just like a Western theme, of course, and then Dwight comes in. So, really windy, too. I like the wind, and then kind of how they showed that in the intro too. The letters were kind of like breaking off in the intro, so a bit of a storm there too. I like that, of course. And then we get to see Dwight. He basically comes in, and the tire is shot, and then of course they kind of knock him out, and then they of course tie him up, and they kind of get to know him. So I like the I'm John, like the fish or whatever. And we have all that stuff kind of going on, of course, with them kind of asking him why he's there. And, he kind of mentions Sherry and how he hasn't found her yet. So I did like that as well, because I was kind of wondering, did he find Sherry and she's dead? Or is that why he's acting so crazy? Or is it because, he's still looking for her for like a year and hasn't found a darn thing? So, I'm happy to see in this episode that is true. He has not found Sherry, and I kind of had a feeling because I know the actress who plays Sherry. She's in like another TV show right now, I think. So, whether or not we see Sherry return is my question. I kind of think that we will, but I think it might be a bit like maybe if they want to do something really cool for like season 6 or something. Or even in a couple years or something. I don't know. I feel like they might do that. But I feel like they could have her return at any point or not have her return at all. I don't really care, to be honest. I didn't really care too much about Sherry. But I am happy to see, but I care that... I care because it's Dwight, and that's really what it is. But if it was just Sherry, I wouldn't really care. So, she was there for like 2-3 episodes. So anyway, but let's kind of move on from that because you guys know, or at least I've said it a couple times. Sherry, she's an okay character, but she hasn't done enough for me for me to care about her character. But definitely though, really really like that. Now another scene I really like from this episode, another scene that I really really like is when they're trying to escape. And, Dwight jumps off, and we have the scene where he's stuck in the car, right? And then they help him, and I really like what June said to Dwight over the walkie-talkie, about John and, them and their relationship, and, it wasn't perfect when it first started. She kind of left them because she was scared of what they had, and all that kind of stuff. But I really like, too, though, how Dwight kind of realizes that, okay, it is worth it to keep living, and I'm not just going to let myself, die in this car, and... if they want to help me, they can help. So, you have June, of course, who helps. The gun is jammed, so, of course, John kind of steps in and, shoots the walkers, of course. Dwight, comes out. And I really like, too, how he kind of, I like it when he gets tackled, and then, this is the best part, where John comes up with a gun, and, of course, he only has one left. And June's gun is still jammed, so she can't really do anything. And he has one bullet left, and he kind of, he points the gun or whatever, and he shoots it, and it on the axe, and it kills the both of them, the two other zombies. So that was cool, really, really clever, and I really, really like that a lot. So, that was just such like a cowboy scene or something, So John, he used to be a police officer, but man, so cowboyish too at the same time. So I really like that, of course. And then Dwight kind of joins the group. So we do have Alicia and Luciana in this one. Morgan's kind of off as well, but they're looking for Althea, and they hear the kids. So in terms of the kids, we're gonna get to that in a minute, but I want to talk about the part where they all meet up at night. So we get that, of course, and then we have Morgan and everybody that's there. And, to his surprise, Dwight kind of comes out, and, he's like, Morgan, Dwight, and she's like, you two know each other? And she's like, this whole day we've been like, hanging out with this guy named Dwight, and you knew him the whole time, So, I think that's kind of what June meant. Like, oh my God, like you knew him the whole time. Anyway, so I like that, of course. And then, so a lot of people, I saw a couple of reviews of this episode before I did mine, but certain people were saying that, it's possible that maybe we saw, that certain people were kind of thinking that maybe Morgan wouldn't kind of be not, too friendly to Dwight, but he is. He is. He decides that they're kind of starting over, so he can join if he wants to, and, I'm sure Morgan knows him enough to know that, Dwight's, okay, and, all the war's over, so, Morgan knows that Dwight helped them in All Out War anyway, so... That's kind of cool as well. So, I like that, of course. Really, really cool. They never had a scene together in Walking Dead, though. That's something that always drives me crazy. But, whatever. We're going to see it now in Fear, so that's pretty cool. But I like after that where Alicia, and this is when we get to the end, Alicia asks him, do you know anything about, those zombies or whatever? And, he takes them there, and it's kind of like, Dwight's in front of the group and stuff. And we find out, which really just, oh my God, like what... I love this episode. Like, this episode was perfect. But if there's one thing I didn't like, and there's something here that it was very, like, it was like, oh, like, really? Like, really? That's it? Not really? Like, this whole time it's been just these kids that have been doing this? I don't know. The reveal at the end with the whole Walker thing is all the kids. That's what they've been doing and stuff. Like, I don't know. I kind of found that to be ridiculous, and they kind of screwed over Alicia and the others. When they didn't really need to, Alicia and the others, they weren't a problem to them at all. So, I don't know. That was just, for me, that was, like, really, really, like, a dumb twist that I didn't really like, and just to know that the kids did that, but it's like, how have they been doing this? Like, that is a lot of work just for 3 kids to be doing, like, the whole Walker thing, you know, around an entire, like, place, like Luciana said, it's like forming a, you know, a perimeter, you know, so it's a pyramid, but anyway, so, you know, I kind of, I like that, because it's like, it's like, it's like, they're trying to put the walkers around, so they're safe. And they're kind of like, the kids are like very territorial. They're like Alpha and the Whispers, you know. They're very territorial, you know. Don't cross into our territory, you know. But I mean, I don't know. Alicia and some of the others, the whole time, and it's like, you know, Alicia gave the speech about Madison and Nick and stuff, and then just to see that, and just to see the kids screw them over like that, really, really bad. So, but, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, it's just episode 3, but, yeah, that's just really weird to me. But, I don't want it to ruin the episode, because I really, really like this episode a lot. Nothing from Althea yet, but I found that this was a really, really fun episode to watch. So, Dwighty Boy is in Fear the Walking Dead, and I love calling him Dwighty Boy because that's what Negan calls him. So, you know, if it sounds familiar to you, you know, that's what it is. That's what Negan used to call him. So, anyway, really, really cool stuff. Cannot wait to see episode 4. We're going to do our predictions for Skidmark, that's the name of episode 4, really, really soon. So, thank you guys so much for watching, of course. Write your comments in the comment section below. What did you think about this episode of Fear the Walking Dead? Are you excited to see Dwight in the series? And it looks like we're going to see Daniel again next week, so that's really, really cool. So, write your comments in the comment section below, of course. And of course, if you're new here, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead reviews, or Rick Grimes movie videos, or the 3rd series videos. So, we cover it all. We cover the entire Walking Dead universe on this channel. Here I was thinking we were probably going to quit reviewing Fear, because I was like, let's see after a few episodes in Season 5 if it's good, and we'll determine if I'm going to review it or not. I'm pretty sure that this season is good enough to review every episode. Like, this is a really, really good season for sure. So, anyway, so I'm not stopping. You know, I thought I was going to be. I'm not going to lie. I really did. I was like, man, I think I'm going to have to stop reviewing Fear. But after this, I'm pretty sure that Fear is redeeming itself quite a bit, to be honest. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I'll catch you guys pretty soon for my predictions for, of course, episode 4, Skidmark. And it looks like Daniel's returning, which, like I said, I'm just really excited for. Because we saw him in episode 2, but I was like, is that it? But no, he's not. He's coming back. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys for the episode 4 predictions. Peace out.